What are the odds that two very popular swim clubs in the same town would go down at the same time? So this was the Beachcomber Swim Club on DeKalb Pike in Bluebell. And I say was because it had been closed for a couple seasons prior to this being shot. The Beachcomber opened in 1956. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere, alone in its surroundings in the woods, which made it, I'm sure, really nice. And it had been extremely popular until its membership began to dwindle, and it was closed after the 2016 season. And more recently, the property was rezoned for the development of 31 townhomes, or carriage homes, as they're being called. So here we are, the end of the summer of 2020 finds demolition underway to make way for this development, which will sit directly behind the backsides of two different shopping centers. As they say in real estate, location, location, location. Now, on this particular day, a lone machine was devouring cyclone fencing on the tennis courts. Kind of like Jurassic Park. And this was the main swimming pool, which was reputed to have been hand-dug by the founders of the swim club in 1956. That makes quite a story. And look, you'll notice the dumpsters everywhere. I like to call them the dumpsters of doom. Because really, that's where all the memories end up, I guess. And here is a better view of the back of one of the shopping centers. This one's along Route 202. The road is currently being widened and modernized. And right here, kind of in the center of the screen, is the driveway entrance to the swim club. Now, supposedly, this is going to serve as the only entrance and exit for the proposed townhouse development, with, as I understand it, no traffic light being planned for that intersection. Good luck making a left-hand turn out of there. Okay, so one more trip over the Beachcomber and one last look at the excavation that was the swimming pool. And now we swing half a mile south to another swim club that has more recently closed. This one offered swimming, a 9-hole par 3 golf course, and hosted more company picnics than you could shake a spit at. Yes, Mermaid Lake Swim and Golf Club. And yes, this too was sold off to developers, but was then rescued by Whitpain Township for just over $8 million, which is what the township paid the developers for it. And its planned use will be a township park and recreation area now. So it's kind of saved. Adding to the wildlife, a flotilla of ducks on the lake here. Well, this actually is Mermaid Lake, which looks more like a slip and slide in some places. But just ahead is the real centerpiece of this property. It's the 1 million gallon swimming pool. Just huge. And you have to imagine this, filled with sparkling blue water. It was truly fabulous. If the word fabulous needed to be used, I think it had to be used for this pool. It was amazing. But you can see the competitive swim lanes here, a diving area, There was a giant slide, which is no longer there. A spectator area here under a roof. And of course, more courts. Tennis courts, basketball courts, volleyball. More courts than the Justice Department. And if you've ever wondered what happens when you neglect maintaining a golf course for more than a year, here you go. Now, part of the deal the township made when it purchased the tract from the developers was that the owners, the developers who first bought the property, would clean it up and demolish some of the structures. And you can see that going on now. And a quick flyover of the main buildings on the property. Picnic pavilions, there's a kiddie pool, and more dumpsters. Dumpsters of doom. And there's one more structure that I've always kind of wondered about. Driving by, you see it sticking up, and I've always thought it was kind of mysterious. But it does have a doorway, which is very interesting. Not real sure what that is. So there it is, and we'll head back down the long driveway here by the lake. The Mermaid Lake Swim and Golf Club will become a township park. Let's take one more look at the ducks who live there. I sure hope they won't be displaced.